So you've got your fan page up and running now. The next part is to start getting fans, engaging with your audience, and making this fan page come alive so that you can really start marketing yourself through this powerful platform of Facebook. So the real key to Facebook fan pages is to gain fans, but then keep them as well. It's one thing to get that fan page, and a lot of people do this. They get really excited. Oh, I've got my new fan page up. They tell a few people, and then they just kind of let it die. You can't do that. You really have to treat this like an ongoing marketing initiative, and treat it as seriously as you would anything else that brings in regular new customers to or new audience to your product or service. So, first thing to look at is sharing the information, sharing your fan page with as many people as possible. Don't be afraid to share your fan page with everybody you know. This, I'm talking personal contacts like friends and family, as well as public websites or social networks or anywhere else where you might be connecting with people that you either know or don't know yet. The most obvious place to start is your Facebook friends. You're already connected to people through your personal profile, so send out links to them. Click the like button on your fan page and click the share button and start getting the word out. As soon as they see it, if they're friends of yours or if they respect what you're doing, they're probably going to support you and help you share that and spread the information as well. And it can grow quite quickly if you do it right. Also, start considering putting the URL for your fan page, so the actual link to the fan page, on your promotional material. Business cards or posters, or even if you're doing display ads in newspapers, you could put your fan page link everywhere and start getting people to go into your Facebook fan page and liking it and start building a little bit of a profile there. Also, include it in your email signature if you have one. Most people do. You have your website in your email signature. Maybe you have a link to another email address or some kind of link that's relevant to your business. Add your fan page there, because if people see it, they might go in there and start helping you share the information to their network as well. The blog or website, I mentioned this before, but quickly remind you here, you can take code from your fan page and pop it into your website or blog, so that when people show up to your website, they'll say, hey, this person or this business has a fan page. I'm going to like that. And at the same time, when I like it, I'll get a chance to share it with my friends, especially if it's really cool and they want to support you. Make it easy for your audience and your members to spread the word about you. And then even things like physical posters. If you have a store or a restaurant, let people know. Put a poster up or put a little sticky up on the window saying we have a fan page. Go and check us out on Facebook. The next step is to engage. It's one thing to create a fan page and do a couple updates, but if you don't engage with that audience and get a conversation going, they're not going to stick around. They're not really going to feel compelled to come back. So, a great way of doing that to get started with the engagement process is to ask and answer questions. Ask people what they're looking for. Ask a controversial question, ask things that will get people to respond. And I'm a member of some fan pages where I've seen them literally get hundreds of responses in the first couple of hours, and people always go back to that fan page to check out what's going on. So you can look out there and get some examples of people that are really doing a good job with it. Um, you can post company or industry relevant updates. So if there's something going on in your industry, I don't know, let's say you're a personal trainer and some new book came out that talks about how to reduce the amount of time you need to work out, but still, keep fit. Talk about that. Talk about current events and impacts on your fans. That maybe there's something happening in your community. A new official was elected to office. How does that impact you, your business, the people that follow you? Get them to give their opinions. Again, controversy works well. Comedy works well. Think about how your business can take advantage of that. And then there's also a discussion tab that you can take advantage of on your fan page. Start some discussions here, and this gets people responding, it gets people asking questions back to you, and it isolates your fan page information into just discussion pieces. So if people don't want to see your information about your company or just some general status updates, they can just focus on the conversation that's happening. The next piece here is being consistent. Consistency is such a big part of the key to a successful page on Facebook. The average fan page right now out there updates every 16 days. Nowhere near enough. You want to be doing this daily if you can, sometimes even more. The more updates you do with your fan page, the more opportunity you have to engage, and it's more inviting to new visitors. If somebody's just seeing your fan page for the first time and they see that you're updating it multiple times a day, they might be more interested in connecting with you and becoming a fan, because they'll feel part of something that's current and that's happening on an ongoing basis. Maybe they're going to get new information every hour, and they'll like that. Give them an opportunity to engage with you as well. So, the one thing I will say is that to new business owners, this may seem daunting at first. So, boy, I've got all this stuff to do, and now I've got to update my fan page more than once a day, or at least once a day. I will tell you this, that from the examples I've seen where it happened well, if you update it, let's just say you start off once a day and you start getting great interaction with your audience, you're going to want to do it more than once a day. I've been on some fan pages where they're getting hundreds of responses of comments on their fan page daily. If you can get that kind of interaction from your audience, you're going to be really happy. Another thing to consider here is to look at different varieties of media that are available. So when you post status updates, for example, to your fan page, don't just get into the habit of asking a question or making some short little random comment. Mix it up and give your audience a wide variety of options. So, for example, adding links to interesting blogs. I talked about the personal trainer example before. If you're a personal trainer and you have a fan page, then maybe you add a link to this new blog that came out. For example, right now, Tim Ferriss recently released the 4 Hour Body. It's a huge buzz online. Maybe you could do a review of the 4 Hour Body on a blog and link that through your fan page. So it's a little bit of a different mix up, but keeps people interested. You might want to include links to YouTube videos or audio like a podcast. Again, one day you could be asking a question, tell me what you think about this. The next day you're updating with a cool video that people will appreciate that you shared with them. Photos is another really, really big one. If you're in the event industry and you're running events, you could take pictures of your event and ask people to comment on it or just get people's thoughts on it. Whenever you post a photo, I find that a big part of Facebook is people love commenting on photos. So take advantage of the opportunity to use photos to keep people engaged on your fan page. The next thing is asking interesting questions. So when you have a fan page audience and you're building more and more followers, if you ask really interesting questions, people will start answering or they'll start coming back with their own version of that question to get the conversation going. So you'll have to kind of experiment with this. I suggest go look at other fan pages that have a lot of fans. See how that fan page owner is taking advantage of questions and things like a Facebook app, like a poll. You can take these free applications that are part of Facebook, create a poll, and people love polls. I don't know about you, but when I go to a website and I see there's a choice list, would you choose A, B, C, or D? I pick C. I gotta hit submit just to see what the poll says, what percentage of people agree with me, and it really works. It's a simple thing, but it goes a long way for keeping your fan page interesting. And then finally, offers and deals. If you have a whole bunch of fans on your fan page, maybe you could extend a deal to only your Facebook fans. Make them feel exclusive, make them feel like they're part of a club. That's another thing people really are attracted to and they like it and they'll share it with their friends because they want to kind of share the fact that they're in this club and you should be part of my club too. And you could tie deals into a status update. So for example, you could have a contest or some kind of promotion saying, check for our status update. We have a code word. If a status update has the code word elephant in it, then that's when the deal goes into effect or whatever. So it keeps people interested and they keep coming back to your fan page to check the latest status update and so on. Um, Finally, you want to entice people to take action. So maybe your update or your promotion or whatever it is you're doing here gets them to click a button that goes to your blog and they have to fill in a survey, or gets them to go to a sales page and they have to place an order. Whatever it is, if you're offering a deal or offering something special, give people and make it really easy for them to take action, even if you're not just directly selling. If it's just maybe getting a survey filled in or getting them to share it, make it easy for them to do so. It might be something as simple as share our fan page with 10 people and you get some kind of prize or you get some kind of reward. So those are some great examples of how you can start promoting your fan page and getting it out there. And as it starts to grow, hopefully you get more and more marketing opportunities for your products and services.